What is happening? Welcome back to the Past Alive. Thank you all for tuning in tonight for the return of Turn Back the Clock Tuesday. I'm very excited to bring you this episode, heading the whole way back to the year 1984, and we are going to be savagely tearing into a box of Donruss, something I've wanted to open for the last 6 years that I've had this channel, and boxes that have increasingly risen in price and then dropped again. At one point during the pandemic, these were $1,000 a box. Now they're kind of nestled in around $800. And we're chasing after some pretty big name rookie cards in here, that of Joe Carter, Darryl Strawberry, and the most prominent one, Don Mattingly. PSA 10 Don Mattingly rookie cards are selling actively for upwards of $4,000 nowadays, which is quite the increase from a few years back. Now, it is very hard to get high grades PSA 10s in this release because of the centering. But let's cross our fingers and let's open up 84 Donruss. We got 36 packs in here back in 1984, the year I was born. And when these came out, these were only 30 cents a pack, which is pretty nuts. We'll have 15 cards per pack, and every pack will have a Duke Snider, 3 different puzzle pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull these out individually, one stack at a time, trying not to catch any of the corners here because they are in there a little bit snug. And then we are going to randomize all of the spots. So we have 4 participants, and I hope that each one of you can obtain a Don Mattingly. It's probably unlikely. We're also chasing after a pretty awesome error card, that of Ron Darling. So we have the top left, bottom right, all spaced out there. And how we'll do this, we will go to the randomizer. Since we're not using the Ghetto Shuffle, we'll do it this way real quick, so hang with me just a second. We will hit this digital dice, keeping it ghetto as always. We'll roll that. We're going to randomize this list 2 times. There's the list. We got Paul F., Jesse K., which is Chaos, Chad R., and Josh P. So 1 time, and then again. There are the participants. Josh P. is taking the first spot. Chad R. is in the top right. Jesse K., bottom left. Paul F., bottom right. Good luck to everyone in here. Again, very excited to finally, after all these years, be able to open 84 Donruss. When a handful of times I opened packs of these. So we got Chaos in the house already. Says, if I don't get the I'm crapping my pants right now face Tony Perez, then I know this is Surge. Jesse, what is going on, man? It's a pleasure to have you in here. Can't picture the Tony Perez off the top of my head, but I can't wait to see it. I think we will. Josh P., good luck to you. And hopefully someday we will see another release from the 4th Bro mystery box made by Chaos. Chaos is the one that brought us the all name on front Frank Thomas and all of those goodies that we've seen over the years. Let's get down to it. Thank you guys all for being here. Let's hope for some nice things in this box. Right off the bat, there's some random text on our puzzle pieces, but what an amazing design. And as some of you guys might know, I love these cards in the background, like all of the lost souls and blurred out faces. I actually started a PC of those, and there's a few of them in here. Sandberg also has a card like that. We got Gary Reedy starting this pack off. We're going to end is Lou Pinella, lost in translation in that photo. But what an amazing design. And our first rated rookie, Angel Salazar. A very sweaty, menacing stare from him. Cecil Cooper. But yeah, so far, I mean, you can see what I mean about the centering, though. The margins. A lot of times, definitely, we're not centering up very well. Mike Schmidt is our first pretty decent name in the first pack for Josh P. Mike Schmidt starts it off. Corey says, sweet design, love the nostalgia of the set. It is an amazing set, and I want to thank Corey for putting this together. Part of the, what Corey calls the Big Boy Break series. It's not ever that I open boxes that are this expensive. There is the puzzle piece for this pack. Dave Stapleton is scared of the bat, scared of literally life itself. And it shows in that photo. There's another one of these lost soul cards. This is so creepy. I'm obsessed with them. Kelly Paris. There's a Rick Honeycutt, his necklace flapping in the wind. But what an amazing design. Basic, but so freaking awesome at the same time. Danny Jackson. A little uncertain in that photo. Our first Diamond Kings, Dave Concepcion. There's a Jose Cruz Sr., Alan Trammell, looking up in sheer awe. Mike Madden, and it seems like that's a pretty common theme with 84 Donruss. Dave Bergman. Ending that pack. Mikey G says, Donnie Baseball, clap, clap. I hope we see one in here. I mean, I really do. Nick West says they shot the whole set shallow, so you get those backgrounds on tons of cards. Yeah, it's not too often I've actually looked through just a whole set of 84 Donruss. It's probably one that I should own, and I've seen them before and passed on them stupidly. Now I kind of want to pick up one of these sets because they're not all that expensive. The Mattingly Raw is about $50 these days. I probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I came across one before I even owned it, and was in the market for one. Found it for $2 at a flea market in Ohio. What the hell? What is going on with this photo? Literally sheer misery resonating from Doug Frobel's face on that rated rookie. That is one of the most miserable cards I've ever seen. Literally putting Willie McGee to shame. Bob Stanley, Leon Durham is our Diamond Kings in this pack. Moose Haas, who is also a blacksmith, a magician, and pretty much everything else you can think of. This guy can do it. Joel Youngblood, George Frazier, and Tim Flannery ends that pack. We got Jesse Taylor in the house, Paul L, and everybody else. Thank you guys all for being here. Very excited to savagely rip into these. Paul L says not as good as Reggie Williams frothing at the mouth. There's not too many things in this world that are as good as this salivating and frothing Reggie Williams 87 Topps. The saliva is literally built up around both sides of his rabies-stricken mouth there. Another puzzle piece. You know, as Nick West said, we do have a lot of those blurred out faces. I need all of them. And we got a chicken card, which is a pretty popular thing. People still do collect these. The chicken. The famous freaking chicken shows up in the middle of that pack. Gary Woods, no sign of Joe Carter's rookie card, which is actually his only rookie. There's a Bruce Sutter. No sign of the Ron Darling. The Ron Darling is an error. It is no number on back. It was corrected. Floyd Bannister, who would go on to have an error the following year in Donruss. And we got Rafael Ramirez ending that pack. Get him a glass of water. Definitely needs something. Ripping right along. And I think the next big boy rip we'll be doing 2 weeks from now is going to be 2014 Topps updates. Looking for Moogie Betts, Chrome rookie card. Johnny Grubb, looking rather devious in that photo. Is definitely going to lure you into a dark alley. Manny Sarmiento, and there is the Sandberg. Love that card. The second year Ryan Sandberg sounded up pretty nice. Maybe a tad, like microscopic bit off, but overall, even like a high-grade Sandberg, they definitely have some value to him. Gary Carter having the time of his life. There's a Steve Trout, Denny Walling. And Bob Sweaty Horner is the Diamond Kings. Von Hayes, my arch enemy as a kid, and still to this day, for whatever reason, I'm not real sure. Pat Sheridan creeping around. There's Ed Romero, Ken Daly, and Mike Torres throwing a haymaker to end that pack, and we have 4 left in the first stack. Julio Sanchez says, Happy New Year, senor. Great set, great memories of putting it together pack by pack. Happy New Year to you, man. Thank you for being here. Very thrilling for me to rip this once and for all. Of course, my wife is listening to the stream, wondering what our phone calls are like. She says, you are chattier than I am. I like to make conversation. Another puzzle piece. We got Buddy Bell. Dick Schofield, that's a rated rookie for him. Jeff Reardon. Can we find any of the big rookies? Mike Heath. And Phil Negro shows up. Tim Rock Reigns, and now Scott Thompson to end that pack. So we're definitely seeing some bigger names, but no sign of any of the prominent rookies yet. Paul L says, when he's not coddling a maniac, chain-smoking Pee-wee, we shall see Pee-wee very soon. The Rock, as Corey calls him. Tony Phillips, a lot of sweaty, up-close photos in this set. There's a Steve Carlton showing up, but overall, I mean, centering on these is pretty good. A lot of times at 84 Donruss, it's usually off left to right, especially. Greg Minton. There's a Lee Mazzilli, Butch Davis, and Chris Welsh is going to end that pack. And then there were 2 in the first stack. ripping right along. Try not to catch any of these corners because we got some waxy wrappers here. Still looking for strawberry rookie card as well. Looks a lot like that Hubie Brooks. There's a Joe Necro. And Ed Lynch. Ed Lynch, often referred to and known around these parts for his 87 tops, where he has literally 3 to 16 different chins featured on that photo. Tony Pena. And there's a Keith Atherton. Looks like we got a Tony Fernandez rookie card to end that pack. Tony Fernandez left us a few years ago, but an all-around very solid player. I always liked that card. We got one pack left for Josh P. in the top left. I'm trying to rip these pack wrappers because I will keep them. That is the true hoarder in me. Michael A says, hey, John, where's Assy? Assy is directly behind that tower of packs. Gorman Thomas, the giant chaw in. Greg Brock, squeezing one out. And there's a Milt May. Can we find a Donnie baseball in the first stack? Alfredo Griffin, high as hell, like always. As Fred Lynn, Bruce Sutter, Diamond Kings now shows up. There's Terry Francona early on in his career. And George Bell is going to end the first stack in the books for Josh P. No sign of Donnie baseball. Joe Carter, Strawberry. Andy Van Slyke also has a rookie card in here. Guess we should make note of that. Mudflap says Ed Lynch has more chins than a Chinese phone book. You're not wrong. Chad Rhodes, CNM Collectibles. Not sure if he's in the chat or not, but you got the next 9 packs before us. So good luck to you. Let's track down some of these iconic rookie cards. Duke Snyder, there's finally we see Duke Snyder's face. Montefusco. There's a Keith Hernandez. Ron Hassey. And Dave Steve. I can't believe how many of these photos there are. Blurred out faces. I love it. Sammy Stewart. Such an awesome, awesome design. Even though you have photos of players that definitely have unibrows fully connecting. Mike Caldwell and Mike Marshall ending that pack. Paul L says, Dave Steve for Joe's Card Krill. Joe's Card Krill I feel like he's back on the abandonment list. He's not been in here in a very long time and has seemingly disappeared from existence. Unfortunately, we welcome him back with open arms. There's Jeff Russell, Kent Herbeck early on in his career. I think it's a Ron Darling next. John Shelby leading way to a Ron Darling. Now the question is it going to be the no number on back? It is. Chad Rhodes, you got yourself the Chad Rhodes. Chad Rhodes, you got an error card of yourself. You got the Ron Darling error card, no number on back. That they would go on to correct. That's a pretty awesome one if you collect errors. Which I know a lot of us do. So that's pretty freaking sick. Billy Sample is stoked about that error card find. Bill Madlock, Pete Ladd, a.k.a. Scruff McGruff, Atlee Hammaker, and Richie Zisk. So the kind of the first card we're looking for shows up. Paul says, where's the number on the back of the card? Just for reference. The number is, so be really the bottom left if you're looking at the front. So really the biggest there you can find, it shows up. And Bobby Grich. Hal McRae, a checklist card here. Randy Bush. The hell. Mike Boddicker, Rod Scurry. Oil Can Boyd now showing up. And there's a Strawberry rookie card. So Chad Rhodes' luck is now twofold. You got a Strawberry. This one is a little bit off left to right. But, man, these are freaking sharp-looking cards all around. And obviously, as everyone knows here, if you pull from a pack, it's an automatic PSA 10, as some people will tell you. And we love to joke around about it. A Greg Gagne rookie card, which at one point that was definitely a decent one. And Dave LaPointe looking rather devious, as always. Will the number have been? The number, it's, I honestly forget what his number was off the top of my head. It is a lower number. Of course, there's no top loaders around the. Well, I got one better. We have card savers. We have stepped up. I save all my top loaders for things like this $2,000 88 Topps Brian Fisher. That's what the top loaders are reserved for. Cliff Johnson, Starting things off, Greg Lazinski, Juan Bonilla. And can we find it on the baseball? No sign of Joe Carter yet. Tim Wallach, there's a Lee Smith. And Andre Thornton ends that pack. But Chad Rhodes already got two nice ones. Already two nice ones. And I'm hoping we see two Donnie baseballs because I'm a glutton. And I would love to pack pull that card. I've never done it. So it is on my cardboard bucket list. Bedrosian. But the collation is pretty good, though. We're not seeing really any duplicates, hardly at all. At least that I've noticed. Dave Parker, recently elected into Cooperstown. Concepcion. It's a sick card. And Dave Stewart, smiling for the first time in his life. Would you do $1,500 for the 88 Brian Fisher? That's a little too low, man. I don't think I could ever do that. But thank you for the offer. That's really nice. Jose Rodriguez says, I love error cards. Sean saves his penny sleeves for green leafy substances. Bob James, rather disheveled in that photo. Johnny Ray is a Don Slot. One Eichelberger, who has an error in the previous year, Donruss. Lonnie Smith and Donnie Baseball. Jerry Hairston looks possessed in that photo. And we got 3 packs left for Chad C&M Collectibles. I have a lot at 90 Donruss. I definitely used to have a lot of that. I still have my childhood cards, and I definitely have a lot of 90 Donruss in there. Marvel Wynn, Joey McLaughlin, Doug DeCince, Ron Kittle was a big name around this time. Revan says, did you get the skeins I mailed? I did not get it. Unless it, I haven't been going to the post office too often lately, but I have not got it yet. But thank you in advance for that. Willie Randolph and Greg Gross. Was furious in that photo. We got 2 packs left for the top right. It takes a lot to warrant a penny sleeve and top loaders around here. All these will be sleeved and top loaded before they're sent out, as they always are. My parents told me to stay away from Ron Kittle. As Goose Gossage starting things off. Pascal Perez, Angel Salazar. So now we're seeing, this is really the same collation as the very first pack. A little bit there. That's pretty awesome. The Johnny Bench and Yaz Living Legends. I don't know if I've ever seen that card before, but that's a pretty awesome one. Number 8 of this set. And check this one out. That's a pretty awesome one, too. Cal Ripken. I feel like Corey had a PSA 10 of this at one point in time. Might still have it. Might have sold it. Pretty sure I remember when he bought that, I think. Fred Lynn, Diamond Kings, Dave Smith. The shade is unfortunately overtaking his sunglass tan line that was eternal. He still has it to this day. But Dad's crazy card collection is sleeve and top-loaded strawberry. They will all be sleeved and top-loaded. You can ask anybody who buys into anything that I do on here. Everything is very well taken care of. Mike Ramsey, last pack for the top right stack. Paul L. now seeing Informer. Ron Hodges and Julio Franco. It's a second-year card of him. His first Donruss card. Actually, no, you know what? He did an M3 Donruss. Tug McGraw, Robin Yount showing up the first time. Dennis Lamp, Moore, Kevin Gross, and Mike Log having the time of his freaking life to end the second stack, the top right for Chad Rhodes. So you got a strawberry, you got the Ron Darling error card. See if there's any luck left in this dirty old sack for Jesse, a.k.a. Chaos. Penny Sleeve Steve says, knowing John Shelby is a precursor to the Darling era is crazy. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Random knowledge that's going to get you somewhere in life. I know it. The next stack, the bottom left, we have worked our way into. The Night Drivers are very disappointed that these packs don't have at least 2 John Tudor cards each. I wish that they did, but the only packs that guarantee you 2 John Tudors in each pack are the investment packs. And they're called that for a reason. There's Danny Darwin. Dave Bergman, that card is creeping me the hell out. Monofusco. There's Hernandez again. And Dave Steeb. Some duplicates are now showing up. Jody Davis. And all of the lost souls in the backgrounds of both these photos. Carmelo Martinez, I used to hate him. Not really a reason why, but it happened. Not really proud of it, but I'm not really ashamed of it either. Chris Cooper says, the Joe Carter of a rookie in this set. Joe Carter has only one true rookie, and yes, it is an 84 Donruss. Hope we can find it. Ed Russell says, Paul Heron's disc is a precursor to world peace. Paul Heron's disc is here, waiting to be unveiled to the entire world and save us from ourselves at some point in time. There's Bo Diaz. Starting this pack off right with Ken Landreau, who was deemed an omen a long time ago. Tom Foley. Carlton Fish shows up the first time. Kevin McReynolds. This is prior to his Scum Stash days. George Wright. There's a Dennis Martinez. Mike Scott. Bob Gibson. And Bill Lasky ends that pack. Paul L. is pumped about the Ken Landreau sighting, and so is this guy who just came in reeking of cigarettes. Pee-wee couldn't make out exactly what he said through the emphysema, but he wished everyone well for a Donnie Baseball rookie to be shown up. Let's find him one before he throws some kind of temper tantrum. This is Greg Gagne rookie card yet again. Dave LaPointe. Gullickson lead us to a Mattingly rookie. Bob Brenly. Tim Tuffle rookie card. This is Ted Simmons. Rance Mullenix. And no Donnie Baseball in that pack. We are more than halfway through the box. Can we find one? Can I pull one for the first time ever in my life? Find myself a Donnie Baseball. Dwight Evans shows up. A lot of people think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Jeff Newman, there's Ron Say, Tippy Martinez, Dan Quisenberry, an OG omen around these parts. And there's a Van Slyke rookie card showing up for the first time. It's been a while since I've even seen that card, but it was always one that I liked. Big Van Slyke fans being from Pittsburgh when we were younger. Jack Clark, Dickie Thon, and Jack Morris is going to end that pack. Dad says, I'm here to see the Mattingly. It's happening. I hope it does happen, man. I really hope it does. We have, 13 packs left, so I'd like to see 2 because I'm a glutton. And if you haven't jumped on TikTok yet, I just made a TikTok finally after 5 years of dragging my feet. I decided to make one, so you can find me on there under The Past is Alive 1984, all one word. Come on there and spread the debauchery. There it is. Don Mattingly rookie card has come forth. And this one looks pretty freaking good. I was completely thrown off on my shameless self-promotion that I almost completely overlooked it. But PSA 10's this card, $4,000. Might be a tad bit off right to left there, and there's a little bit of a printing bubble blemish on there, which just should add to the overall awe and shock factor. But let us get to Donnie Baseball, a card to savor immediately before he gets buried in pack wrappers. So there it is. The Mattingly has come forth nearly over halfway through the box. And I could not be more excited about it. Let's put him in a top loader immediately to preserve that for all time. Donnie Baseball rookie card. Jesse K. Pretty stoked for you, man. What an amazingly iconic card. Very, very awesome. And an awesome feeling for me to be able to finally pull that 40 years in my life. So, super stoked for you. Paul F. says, need a second one now. I hope we can come across a second one. I hope we find a Joe Carter's Don Sutton. Some people might call him Don Hutton. Tom Candiotti, always looking devious as ever. In a Diamond Kings checklist on that pack. Mike Wallera's in the house. Member for almost 3 years. Says, Tick Token. What's next, OnlyFans? Well, we're working on an agreement for OnlyFans here pretty soon. I'll be sitting shirtless opening packs. If anyone's interested in that, it's happening very, very soon. So stay posted. Brian Smith, member for 4 freaking years in the house, is what's up, John and friends. Brian, what's going on, man? Thank you for popping in here. You popped in a good time to catch the Donnie Baseball rookie. Come forth. Trevor Williams says, get a digital microscope for further examination. Thank you, Trevor. What we need is the cereal box magnifying glass. Wayne Tollison, there's Gorman Thomas again. So we're seeing duplicates. We may see another one. That'd be freaking epic. McGraw, there's Yount again. Even though our Strawberry would be nice. Suter and Terry Francona ends that pack. Don Sutton grabbed my friend's mom's booty. True story. Did he really? That is a pretty epic story that I don't blame you for telling, because I'd be telling everyone. That is serious bragging rights. Robot will collab on the shirtless Rip adding air guitar. It is happening then. It is definitely happening. George Bell, there's Gary Reedus again. And Vance Law, another one of my arch enemies, him and Von Hayes, and anyone else's name started with a V, apparently. Eddie Murray, Mike Brown, Raid Rookie shows up. Angel Salazar for the third time. Paul L. put him on the freaking Omen list. That is the third time in this box. Ken Schramm and Mike Schmidt is going to end that pack. This one does have a little bit of a ding corner. Was that an illegal substance? Last pack for Jesse, who already has the Mattingly under his belt. And you got a second-year Tony Gwynn to boot. That one is setting up pretty freaking nice as well. Nunez, Kiko Garcia. There's a Yount Diamond King showing up for the first time. Larry Boa, Jackson, Concepcion again. Bruce Hurst. Thought for a second you're getting a strawberry rookie, but Danny Heap robs us of that glory for the second time tonight. Jesse K. in the books. You got yourself the Don Mattingly rookie, leaving us with Paul, who is due for a big hit. Got a couple nice hits out of the most recent box, but he's due for a big boy, and Mike Walkton is floating in his soon-to-be Eternal Snow Globe here to herald in a second Donnie Baseball rookie. Let's make it freaking happen right here, right now. 9 more packs of 1984 Donruss. Probably the last time I'll ever open this anytime soon. So I'm going to savor and bask in the glory of this as long as I can. Paul L. is pumped on the Mike Walkton sighting. Phil Garner, Mickey Rivers, Jim Palmer showed up for the first time. Junior Ortiz. Benedict. Let's find you some rookies. Bernansky. And there is a sweaty second year, Willie McGee, to end that pack. And we got Juan Beniquez. Juan Beniquez, who would play 16 years of winter ball. And he wanted to rub that in your face on his 87 Topps card. They had to tell you that. Mike Fuentes, that's his rated rookie card. Seen that for the first time tonight. Mercado. And Dan Billardello. Another name that made me cringe as a kid. Rod Carew showing up for the first time. Nice one there. Schmidt. There is the Hawk, as Corey will insist that you call him. And Beniquez with all the lost souls and apparitions in the background chanting for a Donnie Baseball rookie card for the second time tonight. The Junk Wax Gods grace us with yet another one, where they strike down our greed. Jeff Russell, there's a Kent Herbeck yet again. Randy Johnson, Bill Madlock, Diamond Kings, Scruff McGruff, Hammaker, and Butch Weiniger ends that pack. And then there were 6. Brian Charles, what's happening, man? Glad you can make this. Trying to salvage some of these wrappers. A little bit, at least. Pulse piece of Duke Snyder. Ashby. Greg Nettles. There's a Bly 11 showing up the first time. Joe Carter rookie comes forth. So, yeah, got one. And it's a Carter rookie, his one and only 84 Donruss. I love that card. It was one I never owned until I got back into the hobby about 10 years ago, but it was one I had to have, and it's one you can pick up for relatively cheap. And it's a good one for your rookie box if you need that one. So all of the cards we're chasing after came out of just one box, and there's still more to go. Pretty, what the hell? Don Hill looks like he is definitely possessed by some sort of ancient Sumerian demon in that photo. And Mike Lacoste, freshly off the set of To Catch a Predator. Bob O'Heat ends that back. We got 5 left. Running Redbirds. Pull-ups is great to have living near Philly. Eric Schau starting his pack off. Mike Brown, Rudy May. Keith Moreland, some sort of strange rash overtaking part of his lip there. Concepcion. There's a Ray Knight Diamond Kings, Mumfree, Chambliss, and the final card, first time seeing this tonight with offensive signage in the background, blurred out unfortunately, the Running Reds. Cool card though, that's one I don't come across too often. 4 packs remain. We'll get a Nolan Ryan or Wade Boggs. I hope so. We've seen pretty much everybody else except for those two. Steve Kemp, starting this back off. Mikey G with the Willie McGee emoji. Tommy John, there's a Matt Young checklist card. Dale Crandall. Candelaria, Vukovic, Gedman, and Jimmy Barr ending that pack. Have we seen Kevin Bass yet? I don't think we've seen Kevin Bass. And then there were the final three of 84 Donruss. As always, if you have suggestions on stuff for me to open, leave it in the comments down below. But I couldn't be more excited to be opening this all these years later. Since I started the series 6 years ago, this has been one on my radar. There's a Gibby early on in his career. Thornton, Upshaw, David Green. There's Tat Padler showing up to try to bring us some luck here. Bill Schroeder just got done eating a cheeseburger of some sort, and it's running down the sides of his cheek. Doug Bear definitely looks like Data from Star Trek. I'm convinced they are one and the same. There's no doubt about it. And Jim Slayton ends that pack. 2 left. UL Washington, the back of this next pack. I want a cheeseburger wrapper like Mookie Wilson starting things off. We find him in Donnie Baseball. One more. That's all I asked for. Hanky and his dorking antics along with Ron Kittle. And Tom Brookins, Fergie Jenkins. First time seeing him show up. That's a nice one. And UL Washington. 1 freaking pack left. We make it happen. This last pack. Hopefully, magic can come forth for Paul F., who did have... He has a Joe Carter rookie under his belt. Mel Hall without a poop stain, unfortunately. Bring us a Donnie Baseball rookie in the very last pack. Joe Morgan showing up. John Wathan, of course, is going to be snuck in there. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Evans, Brooke Jacoby, Tekulve. And the checklist is going to screw us out of a possible Donnie Baseball. That was the stack for Paul F. But so there you have it. 84 Donruss. An amazingly fun box to rip. And just an amazing design overall. An expensive one. If you want to try your luck at trying to get Donnie Baseball, any other cards, these are about $800 a box now, even for BBC ones. And I don't really see them going down in price in the future. So try your luck and see what you come up with. Or buy the rookies you need on eBay for a fraction of the cost, unless you're a gambling man, like we all are here. That is it for 84 Donruss. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys freaking rule. I will have these cards shipped out tomorrow, probably. And hopefully, I will be seeing you back tomorrow night for a live $1 sale that will happen approximately 8:30. So join me for that. Thanks to Corey and all the participants. I'll see you back tomorrow.